Kadosh Boker Or Masechet Nedarim Daf Ayin Aleph Amud Aleph 71A1 says the Mishnah Nadra Vehi Arusa. What happens if she made a neder when she was an arusa? Then itgarsha bo bayom, and the same day she got divorced. So she made a neder, she got divorced. Then itarsa bo bayom, and then she got engaged to somebody else on the same day. Right? She's quick, yeah.
Volatile.
Okay. Va'afilu lemea, even if she got engaged to 100 people, yeah. Mamash b'la'ayin hara, yeah. It was this is the way that she was doing it. Avia u'ba'ala charon mefirin nedareah. The father and the last husband does afarat nedarim. The father and the last one.
The last one.
No. He found out on the same day. It was the same day. Remember, everything was done on the same day. She made the neder right now at 8:25 a.m. Right at 8:30 she got divorced. Right 8:35 she got married to another husband. 8:40 she got divorced. 8:45 she got married to another husband. You have to do that 100 times. It's going to take too long for me to do that. But continue going. The last husband, he does afarat nedarim.
So the neder is not something about the husband.
This is the general rule. Kol shelo yatsa lirshut atzma sha'a achat, as long as she did not become a bogeret or get married, which means that she didn't go into her own possession for one moment. Avia u'ba'ala acharon mefirin nedareah. So it's always going to be the father and the last husband which are going to do afarat nedarim. Says the Gemara. Menalan de arus acharon mefer nedarim shenir'u le arus harishon. How do we know that happens? At the end of the day, I would have thought to say, listen, when did she do the neder? When she was engaged to the first husband. So now that she gets divorced for the first Kaddish, she can now, 1 second, last husband is going to do a afarat nedarim to something that she said when she was by the first husband. Right? Why? How do you know such a thing? So it says the Gemara, Shmuel says the Makra, it's a pasuk. When it says that she's going to get engaged, right? And she has nedarim on her. What does that mean? She already had the neder on her. So you see from here that even though she came into the marriage with a neder, the husband can come and do a afarat nedarim. Okay, it's a pasuk. So says the Gemara, no. You're right, it's a pasuk mefurash, but maybe there was talking about where the first husband never knew about it. Sorry, right? Exactly, that he didn't know about it. But if he didn't know about it, the last husband cannot come and start doing afarat nedarim. So answers the Gemara, aleha krayetirahi. The word aleha is extra. Why did I have to say v'mayot leish undareha aleha? Why did I say undareha aleha? So he comes and he says the fact that the word is aleha is extra, right? Because he says you could have just said v'mayot leish undareha o miftas sefatea asher asera nafsha. You didn't need, right, undareha aleha o miftas sefatea asher asera nafsha. You didn't need the word aleha. So the fact that the word aleha is extra, it's coming to include that even though the first husband already knew about the neder, the last husband could come and do hafarat nedarim because of the extra word aleha. The Tanya Kavated Shmuel, and we also learned in accordance to Shemuel, right? Na'ara me'orasa, avia u'ba'ala mefirin nedareah. A woman that she's engaged, her father and her husband could do afarat nedarim. What's the case? Shama avia ve'efella. If right now the husband, he heard the neder and he did afarat nedarim, will we speak about lishmoat shemet? And the husband didn't have enough time to hear it until he died. Venitar sabo bayom, and she had erusim the exact same day that the husband died. Va'afilu mea pe'amim, even 100 times. Avivu ba'ala acharon mefirin nedareah. So the husband and the last husband, they could do afarat nedarim. Shama ba'ala ve'efella. If the husband heard it and he did afarat nedarim, velo ispikav lishmoat shemet ha'ba'al, and the father did not have enough time until the father died. Right? The father did not have enough time to hear it until the husband died, and then she got engaged to somebody else. So now the father could do again afarat nedarim, because he could do afarat nedarim of the husband. Remember, we always said that the husband, if the husband dies, nitrokna reshuto, his reshut becomes empty to the father. Then now the father could do the second half of the afarat nedarim instead of the husband. So the husband died. Amar Rabbi Natan, says Rabbi Natan, these are the words of Bet Shammai. But Bet Hillel say En yachol le'afer. You cannot do hafarat nedarim. So this actually comes out between a machloket, right? Between Bet Shammai and Bet Hillel. According to Rabbi Natan, these are the words of Bet Shammai. And according to Bet Hillel, he cannot do hafarat nedarim. My plige. What is the machloket exactly between Bet Shammai and Bet Hillel? Ayin Aleph Amud Bet 71b says the Gemara. Bet Shammai savre. Bet Shammai hold nedarim nami sheniru la'arus. That even nedarim which were seen by the first husband, meaning by the arus, they go to the father, umegas guys, and it cuts the neder by half. And therefore, according to Bet Shammai, in the first case with the father and the arus, and the last arus, they could be mizokeh, right, with the rest of the neder from the first arus, because you cut it. That's megas guys. Megas guys means you cut it. But according to Bet Hillel Savre, according to Bet Hillel, this machloket we just saw a few days ago, right? According to Bet Hillel, they hold, right, that what does it mean? Bet Hillel Savre, Avia Ba'ala Charon Mefinin Nedareha, right? What does that mean? They say that the Arusa Sheni, he's also going to be the second guy they're going to engage her. He's also going to be Zoche in the Nedarim, right? Shenidu La Arusa Rishon, which was seen to the first Arus, right? And therefore, also in the second case, the father cannot do Afarat Nedarim by himself. Avia Ba'ala Charon Mefinin Nedareha. The father and the last husband have to do Afarat Nedarim. Velo megas guys, and it does not cut the neder in half, but rather just weakens it, but it doesn't cut it in half. So therefore, in the first case, the father does Hafarat Nedarim of the neder. The father and the arus of the last one cannot do the Hafarat Nedarim of the last, of meaning for the portion of the husband. So therefore, you're not going to have Hafarat Nedarim. You have to do Hatarat Nedarim. Okay. Now the Gemara is going to ask, they have a question to do with Hafarat Nedarim. Gerushin, Kishtika Damya or Kakama Damya? Imagine right now the woman comes and she made a neder. She's not going to ever go to a party. Yeah, now the husband gets very, very upset. He's going to want to take his wife to parties. So he comes and he divorces her. Does that divorce, is that considered shtika, that he kept quiet? Right? And therefore, that's the concept, that he just keeps quiet? Or is that considered hakama? Hakama means that he was mekayem the neder, that he validated the neder. Now, if you remember, the difference we said was that if he just kept quiet, and now you have another husband the same day, the second husband could still do the hafarat nedarim. But if the husband came and he did hakama, meaning that he was mekim the neder, once you do hakama of the neder, according to a lot of opinions, remember we brought down beforehand, you can now start doing hafarat nedarim after there was hakama, because once you did hakama, that's it. You were mekayim the neder. You can't come. Oh, we did speak about what happens if you did one after another and one in short and so on and so forth. But you cannot just, meaning once you were mekayim the neder, kaddish. So now the husband divorced her. Is that considered that he was mekayim the neder, or just considered that he kept quiet and he just divorced her? He didn't want any headaches. He just left her. Yeah. So let's see. L'may nafkamina. Says the Gemara, what's an nafkamina? What do I care whether it's considered that he kept quiet or that he was considered that he did hakama? So the l'may nafkamina shenadra shemina neder v'shama bala. The husband heard it. V'girsha, he divorced her. V'adra b'yomeh, and then he took her in the same day. He took her back the same day. Meaning, this guy was it sounds so incredible, like divorce nowadays is even in a bedin that nowadays it became like a minhag now. You know how many divorces are done? It's something crazy. The bate dinim of divorce, it's something, it didn't exist, but it sounds here that it's like a 5-minute job. You understand? Like, you come, okay, fine, you divorced her, and then, sometimes the divorce itself could take a half a day. You understand? By the time they come, they write the get, they give over the get, they do the whole procedure, and then we're talking about 5 minutes later, Kilu, they got married again. You understand? So here it says, he got married to her the same day. If you're going to tell me now that it was only considered shtika, so he could do the hafarat nedarim still. Why? He wasn't a kayim the neder. He only kept quiet. He divorced her. But then he got married to her again, and now he's going to do hafarat nedarim. But if you're going to tell me now it's hakakamadami, that when you divorce her, it's considered kilu you were mekayim the neder, so lo matzimafla. Now you can't come and you can't do hafarat nedarim anymore because it's already too late. So Tashema Ayin Bet Amud Aleph on the top, 72A1 on the top. Tashema, we're just going to try to bring the proof. When do we say that if the husband dies, that it goes to the father? Only if the husband didn't hear it, or he heard it and he did hafarat nedarim, or he heard it and he kept quiet and he died the same day. Marta, now you're going to tell me now Gerushin is like shtika. So also say Shama v'gidesh. Add it in over there, meaning add this case in. From the fact that we didn't teach also this case where it's basically Shama v'gidesh, it's a proof Shema mina that Gerushin is considered a kamadamu. The Gemara answers it's not true. Ema Seifa, you go to the Seifa, and it's not going to be true because if you look, it sounds opposite, and therefore that's where we'll continue with Hashem tomorrow.